Clayface is officially moving forward at DC Studios. Now, ladies and gents, long-time watchers of the channel will be aware that I have been constantly banging on about this. I said DC should make, and people will know, if you're a long-time subscriber, you'll know this. I said DC should make a body horror Clayface movie. It would be amazing. Do a genre piece, right? Body horror Clayface film, like The Thing. That would be epic. And I'm not saying they're going to be doing that with this, but I'm a bit more optimistic with something like that, if that's the potential at the very least. Mike Flanagan, I like Mike Flanagan. I think he's all right. So he's going to be writing anyway. So let's take a look. So it says, fresh off the success of HBO's series The Penguin, DC Studios has officially greenlit a feature film centered around Clayface, the shape-shifting Batman villain, from a script written by Dr. Sleep filmmaker Mike Flanagan, according to a source with direct knowledge of the production. Plot details are scarce, but filming is expected to begin early next year. So it's basically written. It's basically already written. Matt Reeves and Lynn Harris will produce through their company Sixth and Idaho Productions. So that's interesting. It's a Reeves movie. So that's going to be an Elseworld story then, isn't it, really? But Flanagan, who first pitched DC Studio on a Clayface project in 2023, tweeted in 2021 that he was, quote, really keen to do a standalone Clayface movie as a horror thriller tragedy. He's already committed to writing and directing a new take on The Exorcist for Universal through Blumhouse and Morgan Creek. And he's also developing a series adaptation of Stephen King's novel Carrie, because apparently horror is only centered around Stephen King these days. Fuck Stephen King. For Amazon MGM Studios. So DC's been on the hunt for a director to take on the reins, and an announcement is imminent. Sorry. No one's commented on this, so that is the story that we've got. Go away. I say body horror Clayface film. Body horror. Give me a body horror movie. That'd be epic. That'd be epic. Be so good. I'd love that. I think that'd be amazing. That'd be the best thing ever. But yeah, that's just me. I think Mike Flanagan's a good pick. I've enjoyed some of his Netflix work that he's done. Midnight Mass was good. Enjoyed that. There was that first Haunting Hill, whatever it was that he did. That was quite good. I can't remember what it was called. He's good. Like, by and large, he's good. You know, he's not bad. There are some really good stuff that he does. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to watch him. I think it'll be interesting to watch him in someone else's framework, other than like Stephen King. You know, it'd be interesting to watch him in like a comic book framework, because I think he could do something really, really good. What do you think?
I think you're right. I think that he could definitely do it. I think that all the work he did at Netflix, is better than average, which is saying something these days. To have that many things, actually be relevant, I think that's wonderful. I would love to see this as a body horror film. I think that'd be great. I would like a movie. I don't want them to try to serialize it like they would do with Netflix. So the fact that this is a movie, that makes me more comfortable with it. Netflix has too much of a tendency to take something that would be a great movie property and then like chop it into bits and then add a lot of stuff you don't need, filler and such. But this, I think this would be great, and I think it's a good way to step into. I think it's a good way to step into a character that needs a background fleshed out for everybody. So,
yeah.
They could have picked a worse writer. I mean, it would have been hard.
Okay.
I mean, what else do you want me to say? I think it'll be neat.
So they could have picked a worse writer.
Yeah, there are plenty of bad writers out there coming out of Netflix.
There's loads.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's interesting that Matt Reeves is producing. I mean, that's an interesting development.
Well, it keeps it, but it keeps him in. It keeps him in that side of the Batman verse, right? Or the Batman verse, or whatever it's called.
Well, maybe not. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be in that part of the universe, but maybe. But isn't it interesting that we see we're seeing more in development from Matt Reeves' side of DC than we are from James Gunn's. I think that's actually an interesting thing to take a look at. What is in development from James Gunn that we know about? Nothing really.
Well, he's wrapping up. Well, you have Creature Commandos that came out, which I wasn't super excited about.
Yeah,
And then you have the Superman
Superman.
film that they just did some
That's it.
pickup shots. And
That's it.
he's I thought he's been working on a bunch of the other stuff that was coming. Is that not true?
There's no directors, there's no filming dates, there's nothing.
So you think that he's sitting on it to see the success or fail of this, or what do you think? Or is he being held back until they believe Superman's a winner?
I don't know. I honestly have no idea.
Because
But it is interesting that we're getting more Matt Reeves stuff.
He announced a huge slate of stuff though when he walked out the door.
Yeah, but did you not see he recently came out and was like, no, that's not actually that doesn't mean that we're all going to do them all. It's like, what? So that big announcement, he came out recently and said that that's not set in stone. Do you not see that?
No, that's not just a little bit irritating.
I know. Oh, fucking James Gunn. Honestly, I hate him so much. He's such an idiot.
Hang on a moment, please. I need to grab this phone.
All right. So for those that don't know, James Gunn came out and did that big spiel about everything he was going to be making. But he recently came out and said, no, it's not set in stone. Like, no projects confirmed. It's like, right, okay, cool. Like, super lame. But anyway, let's move on.